Mm. Hello everyone. I'm Arzu and I'm going to talk about assessing of speaking. So, uh, in this presentation, we can say that speaking assessment is a critical component of language evaluation, requiring careful considerations of various performance types and assessment methods. So, this presentation explores the different dimensions of speaking assessment from basic imitative tasks to complex extensive speaking activities. We will examine five key types of speaking performances: imitative, intensive, responsive, interactive, and extensive. So, let's continue. Before that, we can make the differences between receptive and productive performances. In receptive performances, answers are predetermined and focus primarily on comprehension. We can say that these assessments measure how well a learner understands language input rather than their ability to generate original language. So the evaluation criteria are typically more straightforward since responses can be judged as either correct or incorrect. When we look at the productive performances, we can say that these allow for multiple ways to express ideas, enabling creativity and flexibility in expression. These assessments evaluate a learner's ability to generate original language and communicate effectively. So that since, for example, a story can be told in various ways, evaluation requires more nuanced criteria that consider multiple aspects of language production. Then, when we look at the imitative speaking, we can say that imitative speaking represents the most fundamental level of speaking performance. It focuses on pronunciation rather than communicative ability or participation. It serves, for example, as a foundation for more complex speaking skills. And the tasks include word repetition here. For example, minimal pairs like bat, wet, or sheep, ship. So, the simple question practice and reading aloud. For example, do you like coffee? I bought a boat. I bought a boat yesterday. So that the students can make the differences between these words or sentences while reading and listening. So, when we talk about the phone pass test, this is a computer-assisted test conducted via phone, includes reading sentences aloud, repeating dictated sentences, giving short answers, arranging words to form sentences, and brief 30-second speech about specific situations. For example, you have 30 seconds to tell a story. So this is a computer assisted test. And intensive tasks, when we look at this, okay, then we look at these are the directed response tasks. For example, these focus on mechanical and grammatical production rather than communication. Examples include tell me that you like rock music or remind him what time is it. This is a mechanical. These tasks assess specific language features in controlled contexts. And these are also read aloud tasks. Uh, Students read paragraphs aloud while being recorded for assessment. While easy to implement and evaluate, these tasks rarely reflect real-life communication and lack face-to-face interaction. This is the weaknesses of these tasks. And picture cute tasks. These are also uh, suitable for beginners. These tasks including distinguish simple words using pictures, describing activities in images, and explaining routines using cause and effect relationships. I will give the example of these tasks. And the translation tasks means like students translate short phrases from their native language to English. These are easier to score due to predictable responses, but may not reflect natural communication abilities. We can say that. And these are the picture cute tasks. For example, in this first picture, we can see the sheep and the ship so that students can make the differences, and we can ask while pointing the picture in general, what will he do in Hawaii? What is she going to do there? We can ask question like this. So in responsive speaking, we can see the question answer. This involves answering real, refreshing questions with short responses. Examples include, what do you think about the weather today? If you could go back, what would you like to do or see? And it will goes like this, question and answer, so that the student can answer with personal, can give the answer personally. This task assesses the ability to provide appropriate brief responses and instructions and directions. Students give instructions on familiar topics such as describe how to make a typical dish from your country. Uh, so the focus is on linguistic proficiency rather than memorized sentences, assessing natural language production. And participants read or hear 2 or 5 sentences and then express them in their own words. And interactive speaking, when we look at this, we can see the interview here. Face-to-face interviews with predetermined questions assess pronunciation, accuracy, fluency, and comprehension. The first stage includes warm-up, small talks like, how are you, what's your name, and level check double H questions like, what's your job, tell me about that country, and the prop, discussing personal interests, what are your goals for learning English in this program, and the wind down reflection. Did you feel okay about this interview? These are the states. And the role play, in this role play, these simulations of real life scenarios allow students to demonstrate language use in context. So that while valuable for uh, attempting assessment, scoring can be challenging due to unpredictable responses and the variety of possible interactions in role play. And discussions and conversations, when we look at this, I'm sorry about it. They provide insight into a student's ability to investigate and navigate the complex dynamics of natural conversation. This assess topic management, verbal control, clarification skills, nonverbal cues, and sociolinguistic appropriateness. And when we look at the games, for example, Tinker Toy game, These are the interactive games. The aim is the student, in here, the students who can see the structure give verbal instructions to those who cannot see it. And the crossword puzzle. In here, students ask each other questions to solve the clue. And infogap grids, students ask their classmates questions to gather missing information. And the map game, one student describes a route on a map to their partner. And assessment is like checklists or observation notes can be used. And oral proficiency interview assess foreign language speaking proficiency. And this test is conducted as an oral interview, either over the phone or face to face, where participants respond to personal questions in the role playing tasks. And extensive speaking, when we look at this, but before that, um, we can see that the interview typically lasts between 30 to 40 minutes and measures various speaking skills, including fluency, accuracy, and the ability to handle different communication scenario. And the last one is extensive speaking. In extensive speaking, we can see the oral presentations. Common in academic and professional settings, this may include reports, marketing plans, or product designs. Effective assessment require defining criteria, selecting appropriate tasks, ensuring optimal outcomes, and developing a reliable scoring system. And retelling stories or news, it includes also. Participants listen to or read a story event and retell it in here. This assesses comprehension, sequencing, emphasis, expression, fluency, and interaction with the listener. Scoring should align with task-specific criteria. And the translation, students translate longer text from their native language into English. While this offers controlled content and grammar assessment, translation is a specialized skill that may not accurately reflect general oral proficiency. So, uh, this was the end of my presentation. We looked at the extensive, intensive, imitative, interactive, responsive types of the assessing the speaking. So take care of yourself. Goodbye.